Sorry, yeah, good morning. We've got non-farm payrolls in about 10 minutes. So I just want to do a quick review. The key instruments that get affected are the ES and precious metals. So you tend to get some volatility. This is a 15-minute chart of the ES. And well, let's go to the 2-hour chart first. If this is the top of the three, I think we've actually got the A and a small b in. And we're coming down here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a diagonal to hit the original target down here for the 4, which would account for the volatile action the last few days to be in this diagonal. Now, if that's the case, and this is the top of the B, we've got an A, B, C for the 1, 2 there. Run the fibs, length of the 1 off the 2. We've spiked underneath the 123.6. The 138.2 is at 2794.94, so call it 2795. And if we see a spike down to that on the NFP and it holds, you can buy it. Now you have to be very nimble, use smaller stakes, blah, blah, blah. But if you look at this, 120 minute, we've got buy signals, we're oversold. 240 minute, we're oversold, we've got divergent MACD, we've got buy signals, so on and so forth. We're expecting a move up in the ES. I've got similar on the YM and on the NQ. So I'm expecting a last dip, or the possibility is that the blue line on the day trading chart holds it, dip underneath and back above. So I wouldn't have positions prior to NFP, and usually the first move is the false move. So ideally we see down initially, a spike down that can be bought. Reciprocally in the metals, if I just look at GC, I can count a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as an A wave down here. This came up and hit the 618. Now that may or may not be the B wave in it, could be the A of it. But if it is the B wave, then since then we've come down, we could get a spike up towards today's blue line, 1353, 1354, and then down. So that's ideally what I'm looking for from non-farm payrolls. Okay. Now, quick look at a couple of other things this morning. CL. So 60-minute chart, 5 down as a diagonal for the 1, A, B, C. Take the length of the A, project off the bottom of the B, 123.6, 66.32, the 886 back, retrace fibs on this, 66.32. We came up after hours last night, hit that, and we've come down. But at the moment, I've got an A, B, C off the top. Okay, so I'm hoping that high holds, because otherwise, if you take out the 886, it's more than likely we're going to take out the top. And then we have to consider higher levels in CL before it turns. Still got weekly and daily sell signals on the Hurst stuff. You know, Hurst does not signal the price high necessarily. It's the cycle high, but it means to be, you know, on alert for a move down or in the direction of the signal. They're not always precise, especially on the larger time frames, but they nearly always do play out. Now, NQ, very similar pattern to ES. It's come down and hit this 1.0 extension though already. So we could have a completed A, B, C for the whole of 4 in the NQ with a slightly different count to the diagonal. I suspect not if the ES needs another low, but we'll see. We need to look at the 69.33, 69.53, these retrace fibs on the 15-minute chart, which was posted in the forum this morning. Natural gas, I think we've probably got the bottom of this 3 in, and we've got an A, B, and we should come up here to 29.92 to 3020 at worst case, 30.20 for the 4, and then drop one more time for the 5 is what I'm looking for in natural gas. At the moment, day trade levels, this lower level is a little suspect. We got this spike here. I'm not quite sure what that was at the middle of the night. but I am expecting higher. We haven't quite hit the 764, 786 retrace if I ignore that spike. So we may just want one last dip before we push on up. So I'd be day trade wise expecting a move to the upside today in natural gas, but be careful with it. It's very, very bearish in the short term, sorry. CL, there was a day trade, by the way, this morning. Paid off nicely. I didn't personally take it. I don't want anything at all open into non-farm payrolls personally. Quick look at the currencies this morning while we've got time. So the US dollar, Japanese yen's held where it needed to and is starting to move up nicely. That's off the back also of weekly and daily buy signals on the Hearst stuff. So I'm looking for a move up into this target box up here. The DXY, it's still not taken out this low, but it's not giving us much of a clue what it's going to do next. I have got divergences, but then I want to see 89.64 and 91 taken out, same as I've been saying all week, top and bottom of it. Bitcoin was interesting in that it came down and hit that 8,400 level that I had. I was looking at 84.42. We spiked under it to 83.97, but it looks like it might be trying to hold here for the 4 in Bitcoin. And then the other cryptos that we follow roughly on the site. Again, that B way is looking good now. It looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get the 5 down here into 583 in Ethereum. And in Ripple, we're starting to come down towards this 58 cents that I was looking for as well, for those of you that trade those. Australian dollar, well, okay, it's taken out this low, so it looks like that 4 may be in already, and I would look at 79.66 next, and that may be a completion of a diagonal off the top in the Australian dollar. But again, off the top of that weekly sell signal, we've had quite a move already in the Australian dollar. Obviously the euro, you know, will it, won't it hold the high? It's the same story as the dollar in reverse. Cable's looking a bit more constructive to the downside off this 786 retrace hit, but again, you know, with nothing of enough magnitude to say that we've got any kind of confirmed top in place as yet. So that's what I've got on the currencies. The metals and miners are doing bugger all nothing this morning, but then we'd expect that ahead of non-farm payrolls. GDX still in this. Is it a 4 and we drop lower, or is it a B and we come up here to 24.22 to 24.50 before we drop further? Jury's out, but I suspect we might get an answer today. Okay, that's it. I will keep the mic open since it's non-farm payrolls and try and provide guidance as best I can.